because we never ended it. How about now?
How about now? Everybody should hear us.
Yeah, I'm just doing a diagnostic test real quick. All right, there we go. We have audio.
All right. Sorry that we had technical issues.
He's Stoney. I'm Kyng Kevyn. That's Rosko, the Stat Boy.
Rosko, the Stat Boy. We are here back again. We went through a whole elaborate, our thing, but unfortunately,
that's for the boys. That's for the boys.
Hey, y'all. Sit down. Shut up. All right. So now it's been a while since we've been here. Life happens and stuff like that. Unfortunately for us, even we are still serious drag journalists here on the GreatMines Show. So with that in mind, we're gonna dive right in. All right, we're gonna start off with the RDR Live episode here. We're just going to tap on the 2 episodes that we were out, and then we'll hop into the Snatch Game episode, all right, that just came out, and then we'll give our opinions of where we are in the race and in our top 4 and our bottom 3 by the end of the show, and then we'll be all caught up right along with you guys. So let's go ahead, dive in. So RDR Live happened, and it was a good little comp. Winner was Susie Toot. All right, congratulations. The bottom 2 were Arietti and Lydia Butthole Collins. And they had lip synced to Boogie Wonderland, which was actually a pretty good lip sync. It was a pretty good lip sync.
It was really good. It was amazing. Like, best so far.
I think one of the best this season. Yep.
So far, yeah. And I honestly think it does top what Lexi and Crystal did. Solely not. Well, no, I always say only solely because of like how unexpected we were of Lydia to like not do so well in the song. And you can tell like this is how you lip sync for your life. And she showed.
Yeah, she channeled her. She channeled that that white lady that be at the bar.
Yeah,
and everything, and be just grooving to all the soul things, and she always leaving with the black, you know what? Yeah, she is always leaving with it, like
especially the Boogie Wonderland, like to her.
That was so much fun. That was fun.
She put some funk on it, like
and
Lydia.
She really known for that lip sync, and I love that for her.
Yeah, she really killed that. I mean, Arietti also really did a really good job. That was a good lip sync altogether, but at the end,
Lydia beat Arietti like a drum. Like
she did.
It was not. It was not.
But there's still the Badunkadunk challenge. So it's up to Arietti to pull a lever and get saved. She goes to the lucky number 1, and she pulls it, and it dunks Michelle. Now, I just had to point it out because I was the first person, I don't care who y'all saw on media say it, I was the very first person to say that it was going to be a 1 and a 7, and it turned out being a 1 and a 7 for season 17. Duh, Kevin. So that being said, Arietti was not eliminated. She was saved from elimination because of this challenge, but now the challenge is obsolete and void. It will not come back.
No more badonkadonks.
Well, we still got some badonkadonks there.
Yeah, it's some badonkadonks there.
But no more challenges, tanks. Yeah. So, right. So now we go to the next episode.
Michelle will be dry for the rest of the season.
I know she happy. Could you imagine if she had to went like another few weeks of her had to keep like sitting out there just to not get dunked in the water?
I had a joke that yeah, Stoney knew, and I just had to throw that one out. Yeah, I just my mom's watching.
Hi, Mom.
So now it was a ball, and this is right up Arietti's alley. So I think it was you who said it makes it worth it that she was saved.
The sea-sickening ball.
The sea, yes. And there was a couple of really bad looks, in my opinion, on that one.
I think a lot of looks were bad because it was garbage they were using, and it's like
they use literal garbage.
They use literal garbage. I said only Arietti and Crystal's look are the ones that like you couldn't really like tell that it was garbage.
Yeah,
but everyone else they literally look like garbage.
So speaking of garbage and looking like garbage. Their items were used from a pile of garbage, but Lexi Love specifically found a tarp that she wanted to turn into this gown. Well, the girls were out with their different pieces and they spray paint and stuff. And usually when they do that, they spray paint on a tarp so they don't mess up the ground. Not realizing that it was Lexi Love's garment piece. And she is flipping out. Someone's ruined her piece.
That's like how she came in.
Ruined my outfit.
Somebody ruined my outfit. Like she was about to crash out.
Yes, she was crashing in that moment in real time.
Yes, in real time.
So when she discovered the spray paint on her tarp, Arietti was outside and we looked like, ooh. But Lexi was running back inside the studio, and she interrupts everybody's work, and she asks who does it. And everybody's like, "What, girl? What? Who? I'm sorry," except for Lonnie.
You mean
I say Lonnie. I've been wanting to say Lonnie Love all episode right now. On your nerve.
It's like you can see the similes there, but no.
On your nerve was the only person who gave bitch.
My production was shady.
Hey, Tyler.
Because throughout that whole situation, everybody is doing their own thing, but they knew to zoom in on Anya's face when it came down.
They knew. They probably even did that in post editing.
Yeah,
post
production.
Yeah. So what happened was, to paint a picture. So then after Lexi Love comes in and says, and then everybody's like, oh, and so she goes back outside. And while she's back outside, right, Arietti fesses up and says, look, all right, I did the blue. I didn't know it was yours.
Let's set it up correctly. Because the camera didn't show us with Lexi and Arietti at first. It showed the girls in the workroom. When Lexi walked out, Anya said she confessed to the girls.
Yeah. So
yeah, I messed up.
I was going to come back to that. I was going to say while Lexi was outside dealing with Arietti, but Arietti basically fessed up. She said the blue was hers and stuff like that. And so Lexi was like, well, who's the brown? And so Arietti was like, oh, I don't want to snitch and stuff like that. And then she was like, is that Anya's and stuff like that? So meanwhile, while all of that is going on outside, inside the workroom, this is after Lexi has stormed out. All right. Anya then confesses to the girls, basically, I didn't know, that it was her garment. I totally didn't realize it. And it wasn't just me. It was me and Arietti. And I don't know what to do. And all the other queens was like, well, tell her. You should tell her. And then she was like, I don't think it's the right time. Like, I think it's all fresh. And then by this time, right, Lexi, already putting 2 and 2 together, right, comes in the room, right, and is giving Lexi dagger eyes, like
Anya.
Anya. Lexi is giving Anya dagger eyes, like
she gave this
bitch, like then storming past the and then it was like, then she confronts her. It's like, so did you ruin my outfit? It was like, well, it wasn't just me. And then it was
That's
on.
Not how it happens.
It was on.
That's not how. Now,
how did it happen, Stat Boy?
So
go ahead, Stat Boy. But I gave the cliff notes.
Anya did try to come and confess, and in her confession, she was trying to let her know that she wasn't trying to not say that, but she was trying to find the right time to say it, because not only was it her, and she was saying confessional too. Like, it was her and Arietti, and she didn't want to be in a place where she was even ratting out Arietti at the time. And Arietti,
but that's what she did.
No, but
all right. So here's that. Hold on. Let me say this real quick, because you will get away from it. When Arietti was confronted, Arietti said, "I did this. I did it. My part.
I did this.
This idea. I did this.
This is mine.
I did this. I'm sorry. It was a mistake." Anya said, "Oh, it wasn't just me."
Right. Because it was me and Arietti.
You don't see the difference in that?
I do, but what I'm saying is, for Anya at that time, when she did not want to say something, because that's the story I'm explaining. When she didn't want to say nothing, it was for that reason alone. And then when she came back in, she did wind up speaking out.
I see your point. My thing is that she still could have fessed up to hers without even implying Arietti.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that she should.
Just like how Arietti did it, she could have did the same.
I'm just saying for her point of view where she was coming from at the time, because we weren't in that workroom, and I'm pretty sure Lexi really did have that thing really heated, and she didn't want to sit there at the time to confess something alone when someone else who was a part of the action did not.
But the contradiction is Arietti did it alone and only took responsibility for her part without ratting out Anya.
But she did it after the fact too, because you even got to think about like how Arietti seen it first when like she's seen the smoke before the fire. Let's be real.
She did.
She saw when she came out there and was like just confused. So it's not.
And Arietti in that moment could have said
exactly. But my thing is I feel like this, Anya. It's selective outrage because Arietti should get the same time because she saw smoke for the fire. Yes, because I feel like
I disagree.
I feel
because Lexi was freaking out when she first saw it. She wasn't making accusations. She said, "Who did this?" And she ran in. She went in.
No, she did. She said, "Who did this?"
Listen to me. Listen. Yes, she did. What I'm saying is, Lexi was in motion almost the entire time. So I can imagine, and I'm not excusing Arietti for this, but I can imagine her taking a moment to pause and like, "Oh shit, this just happened. I need to say something." But she went inside. Let me do this because it's going to be real tense. I'm pretty sure she knew what was happening on the inside. What Anya did was different because when she had the perfect opportunity to say something was when Lexi first walked in and said, "Who did this to my stuff?" She turned her back and said nothing. And then when pressed by the other queens to say something, she said, "I don't think it's time." By that time, Lexi was already outside and Arietti said, "Hey, I'm sorry." Like, Anya had every opportunity to do the right thing,
and there was no, and she could have went about it to where she did not even mention Arietti,
exactly,
to where it's not even looking like
digging in at that point.
Yeah, and then when she got defensive, she went full blown scorched earth. I'm telling on everybody, like
instead of owning herself, shit.
But she was owning it now.
After the fact, after you. Kind of like
she threw Arietti under the bus and was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not going to be." It's a difference.
She did.
Arietti did not even mention Anya Nerve.
Right, that's the point.
She fessed up. She fessed up to her shit, owned her shit, and did not throw Anya under the bus. When Anya had the first opportunity to try to not be to basically avoid total blame, she tossed out Arietti's name. And
not knowing if they had the conversation
Arietti and them had a conversation or not, but and that's some real
that's
slick
why,
ass.
That's why I'm not buying. She didn't want to say anything because she didn't want to put Arietti out there because she did.
Yeah,
that's exactly what the first opportunity she got. So I'm not buying that. No, you weren't trying to be a good sister to Arietti. You were trying to save your own hide.
Now, do we think that what Arietti and Anya Nerve did was malicious or sabotage? No, it looks like it was a genuine mistake. I genuinely believe, like, even on Rosko's, who was it? Was it Acacia?
I think it was
Acacia that put some color behind it and stuff like that. It was a genuine mistake. So not hating on any queen trying to think that anybody sabotaged or anything.
It's not even on that level.
There's a certain way that you should go about it as, I think, straight up people. And I don't think Anya necessarily operated in the straight up people lane there. She kind of was swerving in and out of the lane there, and it's like they're not. It's one of them. I
think it's a thing of integrity,
right? I don't know if I can.
Right, and this isn't the first time there's been, and Jules Sparkles called this out. This ain't the first time somebody's had a wardrobe malfunction,
right? I mean,
because of Anya Nerve.
Yeah, putting it in drag terms. If I'm in a dressing room with Anya Nerve, I'm locking my shit up. I'm taking a picture because I need to make sure that everything when I come back is everything.
And I think she's a phenomenal queen.
Not say that she would steal something or
but she might think it's hers.
Yeah.
And again, Anya is an incredible queen and one of my favorites this season.
Yes.
But she just has some ways about it that I'm looking sideways at her.
It's like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. It might not be.
So.
Love you, though.
We're not going to go too much more into the ball look.
Yeah.
Long story short.
Arietti won.
Mm-hmm. 3 amazing outfits.
Yes.
And also pulled off 3 makeup looks. 3 makeup looks, which is an unheard of, especially the way she beats her face.
Because apparently you only have like 30 minutes between each look in order to get yourself ready to come back out on the runway. So, in between each look, she is doing a whole new face. She was doing a whole new face. Like it was, great. Because that is not often done. And then it's not done well when it is attempted. So, yeah.
And the bottom this week or that week was Hormona Lisa and Lana
Jure.
Lana Jure. Why am I stumbling like that? Honestly, that lip sync put me to sleep.
Yeah.
That was one of the worst lip syncs I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
And
Lana Scorpion was cute, but that was about it. Like, and that's the reason why she won. It's because she did a scorpion. Like, and
then it was over. Lana sent Hormona Lisa home finally. Someone got her to go home, the chosen one.
Mm-hmm.
And then it brings us to this episode, which is the Snatch Game. Before we talk about their performances, were you guys excited about Snatch Game this season, and were you looking forward to any particular queen doing something phenomenal?
Yes, obviously. I mean, everybody was expecting, going into Snatch Game. It was like Susie Toot is going to kill it. She killed it in RDR Live. Like, she did well in the bitch. The bitch I'm a drag queen one.
Yes, she did.
Like, so it was like all stuff. Susie's cooking. I want to see what it's tooting about. Like, yeah, but I that's how I felt going in. Coming out, no.
That's how I felt about
like
Corey King.
Bad Indian food.
Season.
It's like it's great, great right there. But then, it's great on the plate. But then coming out,
Rosko.
I was saying that I actually was not really looking forward to it in the beginning. Only because it was 11. It's 11 girls left, so I just was not ready for such a big Snatch Game, and I had a little PTSD with season 15 Snatch Game, which is another Snatch Game I think is not its best. I think Lucy really stole the show and made that Snatch Game her and Mistress, but other than that, that's another Snatch Game where it's like, ooh, I feel like when you do Snatch Game with more than 8 people, it gets tricky. And even just being a stat boy of knowing how a lot of Snatch Game went, a lot of better ones are where it's less queens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Once
you get around 8, 8 is when you get to the final 8, I Snatch Game should be there.
Yeah, that's because we had 2 episodes where people weren't eliminated. We have 4 episodes where people weren't eliminated. 4 episodes.
That's RuPaul because she wanted
production knew. Point blank period. Production knew. So no, production knew. So at the end of the day, they can always adjust. Because I'm pretty sure that they could have easily added a couple more roles to the Rusical, pulled the Rusical forward, push the thing back and had another design challenge, because we know that because next week is the Rusical. Yeah. I'm pretty sure right after the Rusical is going to be a design challenge. They could have easily moved a design challenge. The
Rusical is an acting challenge.
The Rusical is an acting challenge.
Well, not acting.
Commercial or skit or something.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, or the roast.
I was about the roast.
They could definitely do the roast at the final 9, and then at the 8 do the Snatch Game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how Snatch Game was originally, and I will say I do think they already have a set list of what they were doing for the weeks, and then just so happened that the queens were saved, because I think in another world, Hormona didn't get saved, and everybody didn't get saved, and people are still trying to figure out what the numbers are, and we're at Snatch Game. You know what I'm saying? So I think, to be fair, no, they already had a set list. What Snatch Game is supposed to come up anyway. It just so happens we still have 11 girls, but that's why I say it's RuPaul's fault. In terms of having this whole gimmick of
because I'm thinking about that because with the golden bar, the golden chocolate bar,
that was season.
But there was only one. You didn't get 2 people saved.
Well, I'm at the Snatch Game that had a lot of people.
Well, I know, but I'm talking about where the Snatch Game fell, that we had so many people, because the first 2 episodes nobody got eliminated, and then you saved 2 queens instead of just 1. Mm-hmm. So that's pushing this time back. So
RuPaul,
for me, what?
For the power.
What happened?
Yeah, it's plugged in. Oh no, it's not.
Oh,
Rosko.
I didn't mean to.
Let me pull it on this way. Oh my god.
We don't want it to. to die.
Entering into Snatch, I was excited about Snatch Game and entering, and I was looking forward to On Your Nerves, honestly. Susie too, definitely, but I think just to go against the grain because I think everybody had this expectation of Susie too. I kind of like wanted to see what On Your Nerves was giving.
It's not like that.
It is. I believe it is.
No, it's still saying it's about to die.
I don't think that's accurate.
Right, I was saying something.
No, it's not. No, it is.
There we go.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
But yeah. So On Your Nerves was the person that I was looking forward to seeing, and that's based off of like her past couple of episodes where she's just like RDR live, bitch, I'm a drag queen. Like, yeah, I think that she has a lot to offer. So yeah, that's what I was looking forward to.
Yeah.
So who were the biggest disappointments?
Susie too.
Susie wasn't my biggest disappointment. Honestly, Lana was my biggest disappointment because she could have really went somewhere. Like Quincy said it best. Like you could have went so well with the Rosa Parks thing, and I honestly want Lana to have like a Maya moment where like she was in the bottom a couple of weeks, and now this Snatch Game's the time for her to really turn it out and show that like other side of her. And she did not give what Maya gave last season.
Yeah. So Maya took somebody outside or made up a person that was person adjacent to where they could take certain things to make it familiar, right? Lana could have easily done that if she wasn't comfortable with Rosa Parks. She could have easily did
anybody's grandma.
We were talking pre-show and everything. She could have did what name did I give her?
You said Teresa Parks.
Teresa Parks, Teresa Parks, her mean and surly sister, who really was the bite behind the boycott,
honestly, then I think about
on the bus.
Honestly, now that I think about it, Medea gave her material.
Yeah,
for real.
Like
it's funny because like that's kind of similar how Anitra did Gordina for like instead of Gordina Ramsay. Like Gordina Ramsay's sister.
Yeah.
So like if you don't know the character, you can play a character.
Yeah, and be adjacent, and then just have a couple storylines, but totally be a totally different person, and just have fun with it and go with it. Like it was definitely a missed opportunity there on so many levels. For
the biggest disappointment for Lana was she was so ready for this one joke.
One joke. You walk into the Snatch Game with one joke.
She was ready to say, what was it?
Is the bus still running?
Yeah.
And Ru asked her the question, and she got lost. She got so
Rosa,
stuck.
Is the bus still running? And she was like,
and confession, you talking about Ru messed it up. No, girl.
No, you messed it up because you should have been prepared just in case Ru asking you. You know what I mean?
I didn't think Ru was going to ask that beyond.
Yeah.
Like you didn't think about that. Like, what if Ru asked me the question? Like,
right?
And I said like, I don't know. You got change,
right? I said to that she should have had at least 10 bus jokes prepared.
Right?
Like, you came in as Rosa Parks. You should have had at least 10 jokes.
But even to like what Crystal was saying on I don't want to spoil it yet, but what Crystal was saying with Michelle.
Too late.
All right, yeah. But well, I didn't say what, but what she was saying to Michelle. Just about like Snatch Game being hard and like coming there preparing for it is one thing, but actually doing it, like she was somebody that like had like was prepared for the jokes but did not execute the character well at all. Do you want to go over everybody's character?
Not everybody.
Yeah, no, not everybody.
One because 11.
Well, one because it's 11. Yeah. Two because we want to highlight people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Acacia did good for sure. Like for Trisha Paytas to be on there again because Sugar Paytas was horrible, but I think Acacia did a better job. Like I love when Queens.
Cousin, I see you. I see you, cousin.
We'll get there.
I love it when Queens do redo a character that someone does before and like tries to like either revamp it or do better than like the last person.
It was better than the last performance.
Look at that.
But because he was in here when we said it.
Go ahead. Yeah. It still was. It was good. It was a safer performance than what Sugar did.
Yes.
But you just segued into something that I want to talk about.
Okay.
As far as certain people, to be highlight. Let's highlight some trash. Because not trash.
Speaking
totally. Not
Okay.
trash totally.
Well, what do you want to call it?
He was like, I would say it was like, you can't. I'll be honest, you cannot fuck up Big Ange. Okay, I'm point blank period.
But she
You
did.
cannot
She
fuck up
did
Big
good with
Ange.
She didn't.
She did. That's what I'm saying. She did good. She did okay with Big Ange. Pearl did it better.
Pearl
did it better. Like, so.
But I think she did good for her time.
I'm also like, you can't fuck up Big, and no matter how much time, you can't fuck up Big Ange. So you know, and like the I'm black too joke was funny. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was just about it. Like, that was honestly just about it. Like,
I wouldn't say that.
No, I can't say that. I feel like you gotta rewatch the episode. I
feel like she chose a totally safe person. Like, she did.
In my opinion,
she was going to be safe regardless, because you can't fuck up Big. Like, you gotta really try.
And guess what that did for her? If we going off of that, it got her to the next episode.
It did. It got her to the next episode. Even though I'm ready for Corey Kyng to go.
So y'all know I'm very biased towards Corey Kyng. She's been my girl. I still crush on her, like her, not her drag. I'm having a mandatory meeting moment. I like the girl, just not the queen, because it's not giving me what I want.
Well, it's like RuPaul was saying. I think one attack or not attack.
What's up, Tiki?
One of the I think she was saying like how she wants Corey to take some of the pass off and give them to Lana.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
Well, Lana's gonna tweet us all now, talking about we discriminating against queens who don't wear no pads.
No, I'm not. I don't want to about queens that don't wear pads. It's just about how you proportion your body. And
not even one, proportioning your body online. For sure. That's number one. Proportioning is drag. Number two, it's not saying that you can't be a queen who doesn't pad, but you should be a queen who's versatile enough to pad.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we're saying. Yeah. Like, entertain us with the art. If you're giving me the same thing every episode, Corey with these skirts, Harmona Lisa with those mermaid dress, Acacia with those shoulder things, like, if y'all giving me the same thing all the time, and honestly, it's not working, because I was just watching an interview of Bianca Del Rio. She said, I gave y'all the same dress in different colors, but it worked.
Okay.
Like, make it work, and y'all not giving me that. And for Lana right now, who Stoney predicted something that I disagree with, but I came around. I'm crushing a little bit on Lana, but not your drag. I'm sorry, it's not giving Drag Race ready. I'm sorry, Lux.
Well,
in my opinion,
no.
This is my opinion.
I agree. I think even just watch the piss out of like you set your daughter up for failure. Love Lux there, but you did not prepare her.
I'm glad someone else said it.
Like,
Thank
she
you.
Did.
Like how do you not prepare her?
Like, I think the biggest thing that pisses me off is that Lux is a designer girl, and you did not teach your daughter how to sew before going on Drag Race.
And you know what?
Or even have to be somewhat of a seamstress. Like, not that you gotta be perfect, but like to figure something out. And she even called her out when she was saying like she did think like her ball look. Like for the her look that she made at Garbage, like she didn't like that look, and she didn't like the other design look. But her other runways are generally nice. But that's someone else who did it.
But see, that's the thing. My issue with Lana is that her runways a lot of time looks like the least amount of material ever, just to show off her skin and her body. But like, you're a twink, and you're not even selling body.
I disagree. Maybe because
these are my opinions. These are my opinions.
I feel like she is.
Well, she's not with some shape to you.
Well,
that too. But, like,
I think
Lana's straight up and down.
She's not giving me drag twink. She's not giving me like because. So here's somebody else I can compare Lana to body type. Lexi Love. They have sort of the same frame. Lexi's a lot more feminized, and I know that she's trans.
Oh, so that's not fair. So you got
no, because it's woman impersonation. It's drag. That's your job.
And honestly, you could put.
And I'm not saying
Lux on the same, because their body type is very similar.
Same, yes. Yeah. Lana's just taller.
Yeah,
right.
Lux pulls it off.
Lux, like, not
which honestly should be a benefit.
Right,
like because she's tall and statuesque and legs for days and stuff like that. Because Lux tries to do the legs for days, but she's short. You know what I mean? Right. But she ends up pulling it off though, toe. So it's like
she just wasn't Drag Race ready, in my opinion.
No.
And we love you.
Yeah.
But you weren't ready for
this. So
what'd you say?
Yeah.
See, I don't love her.
I said they don't love you, Lana.
So a point of contention in the Snatch game was Lexi Love's performance.
Yes.
So I'm in the camp with the judges. Okay, I thoroughly enjoyed watching her squirm and be all oh my god and terrible and stuff like that, because for one thing it was enough Lexi behind Gilbert Godfrey, and she did keep it in the Gilbert Godfrey lane whenever she was bombing.
I heard Gilbert Godfrey
And
one
like
time
Ross
the entire
did,
time.
like Ross did, like Ross said, like it was so bad and it just kept turning that it circled its way right back to good. Like, because it was just funny to watch her squirm like that. Now I get what you were saying in pre-show, where it's like we were laughing at her and not laughing with her.
Exactly.
But in certain situations,
and I wasn't even
that is
laughing at her.
okay.
So here's my thing. I like how they tried to spin it to make her look good, but I was embarrassed for her.
Me too. And like she did to herself, because RuPaul even said like about the voice and she can keep up. She literally a minute, not even a minute into like the introduction, she just like gave. I'm like, well, damn, Lexi, like
the very first question,
like the very first question, and I like think that was like a funny
it was
moment.
crazy because I was like, ooh, you a danger girl, and then it kept going, but then I was just laughing. I was laughing, and then I was enjoying
it was stupid.
Yes,
like you laugh because it's stupid. It's like that person that's getting up to do a presentation that they weren't prepared for, and they look stupid in front of the class, and everybody's laughing at them. Okay. That's what that was.
That's exactly what that was. And I guess for Snatch Game, maybe that makes sense for it to be funny enough to like get her like in a higher placement than some of the other girls. No, because I'm not either, and I honestly don't think she should have been placed.
But there were too many. There were too many just safe performances.
Yes, and I would say that
compared to Lexi's, to where it was like, oh yeah, I feel like she should have been safe, But amongst all the other safe queens that just turned in a safe performance, hers honestly was funnier. Like it was funnier than Susie's. It was funnier than Acacia's.
Kind of to your point. What All Stars, All Winners, Jada Essence Hall completely bombed this.
Yeah, but it was funny, and
but
people
not
remember
once did
it.
she give up. Not once did she say, "Oh man, oh shoot me." And that's what I didn't like about Lonnie's thing. That made it like,
but all
it's
of that
not even
is Gilbert.
Funny.
But see, all of that is Gilbert Godfrey-esque. That's the thing. It had she leaned into it, because I don't think she knew Gilbert Godfrey, because all of that was Gilbert Godfrey.
All of that,
like, she could have just leaned
Lexi.
Into it.
All of that was Lexi.
Even if she still could have leaned into it and made it something even better to put her in a winning position, but because she was just funnier than the okay queens, that got her into the tops.
Well, since we're talking about okay queens, let's talk about queens that are not okay.
Susie too.
No, worse. No, Susie was okay.
Susie was okay.
A queen that's not okay, other than Lana, Arietti.
Oh yeah, Arietti played. She did Baby Cupid
and didn't even understand who she was doing.
She was more of a baby than she was Cupid.
Like, you should have just did that, because
you should have just did a baby.
Being Cupid, you set yourself up for failure with that one. Because what?
And she could have went so far with the Cupid thing and like the love, and ironically, that also came out on Valentine's Day.
It did.
But anyway, because I'm pretty sure they wasn't aware of that.
I'm sure they were.
You think Arietti, because she been one.
Not Arietti. Like, I just think they said, "Oh, perfect timing."
Right? But life is strange. But I think for her to do Cupid, she could have leaned on like the love aspect of like Cupid, and even just like for people on the panel, like she could have played with that, and she could have the little arrows and stuff. She could just make jokes about how she hit people, like the wrong person to fall in love. She could make a funny joke about how she started gay love, like because she's Cupid, I shot the wrong arrow at Adam, and who was supposed to be Eve, but turns out it was Steve.
Something like
that.
Like
it could have been like funny things that she could have said within the questions that align with love and Cupid and gayness, because I think that would have been more funny than just this like
anything other than
I'm just a baby. I don't know. I'm a baby.
I know she's over that. Like watching it now, area. I know she is pissed. I would be too. Like, especially to have
this look that she be giving whenever, like when Susie got good critiques for her clown outfit, she was like,
right.
This is what I'm doing, Arietti, to that.
Yeah, because she played.
I feel like the worst performers for me was Arietti, Lana Jure.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can disagree, but Lexi Love,
and Crystal Ivy.
She was weak.
Crystal was
Crystal
weak.
was very
She
weak.
was weak.
I will put her
bomb,
in my.
But she didn't bomb like like Arietti.
Not like Lana and Arietti. Not Lana and Arietti totally bombed.
I don't know.
She didn't bomb.
She carried
like that.
her story. She had her own props. She was prepared. It didn't land, but she was prepared.
But she was prepared with something.
Yes.
And it actually gave, even though it was a dead fish, it was something. That's the thing. You not give like Arietti and Lana gave nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely nothing.
Crystal was trying to give something, but it just wasn't landing. And
I don't know. I didn't like Crystal's performance at all. I think she was the weakest one on Snatch Game.
I'm not gonna say that I liked it, but she was definitely
I didn't. I don't think she was the weakest.
She was not the
definitely weakest. Between Lana and Arietti.
In my
opinion,
Susie
was bad, and Susie did.
Susie was better than Crystal.
Susie was better than Crystal, Lana, and Arietti.
Yes. And Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah. I would go as far as to say that, her like Lydia's jokes were okay. Like she nailed the dry humor of that person, but
it was a safe look.
See, sometimes I get so like caught up to say or not say something. Well, I get so caught up to say or not say something because you also understand like the edit that things are cut out.
Yeah,
because she didn't get a lot of screen time at all.
That's why I said just like Dawn. Dawn was doing what she did. Caitlyn or somebody McLean. What's that lady name for the View?
Oh no.
Meghan McCain.
Meghan McCain. Yeah. Like, and that was like supposed to be something that she really could have did more funny, but it was very safe and everything. And Plain Jane called it out on them too for that on talk. I remember that episode because they definitely could have gave more with those characters and definitely didn't for her and Q. But I think the same could be said with Lydia, just with that character, and to an extent, Acacia, because hers was like very like safe too, but I feel like she could have leaned in and gave more, but she was just playing it safe.
Right.
Somebody who I think was like really like doing good and had a to me a Maya Iman LePage moment was Corey Kyng, because I think her doing Big Inch was like something funny and out there, and I think it was not better than Pearl's, but I think it definitely was a really good performance in terms. I
liked her performance
in terms of what we've been seeing for her the past couple of weeks. This is like I see her really like.
It was the same. It was safe because again, you can't fuck up Big Inch.
So I'm gonna say something based off of what you just said, because we're comparing it to her past couple of weeks. I don't want to give her a pass now because this is bare minimum at this point.
I can come up in here and Big Inch drag and do the whole show as Big Inch. And
I mean, you ain't got.
I was meaning more so in the challenge itself, because Snatch Game is one of those challenges that really does like make or break you, and I think it's one of the challenges. Also, it's like you really gotta get out your comfort zone, and I think that's why I mean like Corey really got her out her comfort zone this week compared to the RDR Live and the Bitch I'm a Drag Queen week. Like she wasn't like really in her element that week, but I think she was more of element this week for Snatch Game. For Big Inch, I think she was. I don't know why you don't.
If that's her element.
It is not that I don't live for Corey. It is that I just feel like again she took a safe route. You cannot fuck up Big Inch. Like you can't. If you do, you deserve to go the fuck home. Like you deserve to go home. Like you do. And to me, Pearl did it better. Her runway was meh. She came out as a mime with regular nails. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, and then last week, her ball package was terrible. Like, it should have been her and Lana in the bottom. Like, Harmona's ball package was better than Corey Kyng's ball package. Point blank. Period. It was better.
That is true. The issue is. Harmona keeps giving us the same thing, and we're tired of it. Corey Kyng is definitely not like her stuff is definitely less than what Harmona was giving.
Yeah,
I disagree.
I feel like we get the same silhouettes from Corey Kyng all the fucking time.
Not for that ball though. I think her fish look was different for her beach look, and her beach look was like her typical look. But that little dress, I think that was like something to me. Like what Harmona should have did with like a sea dragon to like make it more flowy and like drag like and even down to just like why I could see why they did what they did to Harmona. It's like you keep getting the same like silhouette, and it's not dragifying. They said it even with her like for like it's not, it drag it up. At least Corey is dragging it up. Like that's like that.
Corey is a very buxom man.
She's a drag queen. Like she's definitely a drag queen. Like,
she has the build of a drag queen to where she doesn't have to drag it up because look at her, like them broad ass shoulders and that strong ass jawline.
I think
in that wig.
I think it goes. All right, let's put it to the test. Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Mm-hmm.
Does she possess all of them?
No.
I mean, she got nerve.
She definitely got nerve.
And when we get into our, which we're going to be segueing in very shortly into our top 4 and our bottom 3, I definitely think that that is the telltale difference for me as far as how I have my people ranked is because at the end of the day, it's the race, overall. How are they running the race? And then is it living up to, the next drag superstar having everything as far as charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent? Like that is, my measuring stick and everything when it comes to, trying to place them. So let's do let's start out with the bottom.
We didn't even talk about the top people of the Snatch.
You didn't?
So Jules, who did Miss Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah.
And Anya Nerves, who did Eddie Murphy, were the ones that really kind of like had the show like going. Sam Starr did a good job with her role, but honestly, like I think Corey even said on time, like she's like so polished and everything, like she could have been playing herself almost, like And I think there was moments that she was witty enough to make it funny enough for Snatch Game because she's a person in character. Like I think Alyssa probably got it, but RuPaul didn't as much, you know what I'm saying? Because they're pageant girls, and she get the reference and everything, like, in the person who she was impersonating, versus like these well-known people that Jules and Bigfoot's not well known, but
Bigfoot is well known,
but like not well known, but like she like really did a good job.
Hey Reggie,
with
hey Mr. CEO,
she did a good job just like rehashing that character, similar to how Evie did the Boogeyman. For All-Star 7 and everything, we know it's like a fictional character that people really know, but they don't really know much about. And she did even better by making basically, a female version of Bigfoot.
And we know that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to do good just because they do these characters. Doesn't mean that they're going to do good just because they do these characters. But in this situation, Jules Sparkles gave life to this character.
Yeah,
and I love when queens do that for like a makeup character. And actually execute well. Like, sorry to Tsunami, who did the Go-To Fairy last year, and just she could have went so well with that. Like,
right.
So it could have been the same with Jules.
Why did you remind me of that?
Because like it really could have been. That was really bad. Like I'm pretty sure it's a tier list of like what's Snatch Game worse. Tsunami definitely up there because that was really bad.
As like individual performances,
yeah, like that was really bad.
Tsunami is up there when it comes to the worst individual performances.
Yeah,
like
love damn Miss Kajiani, but
but that was not good.
But I think Miss Bigfoot was a nice, like, really good. Like Jules was spot on and everything. Plus, she did her homework. She knew how to like answer the questions right and how to come off from a
had props.
Like was ready. That my girl was ready. I was happy for Jules, but Miss Anya Nerves, she did not come to play. And RuPaul doubted her character. And that's why I love that she even wanted more, because RuPaul was like, you sure you want to do Eddie Murphy if you never did Eddie Murphy before? And Anya said, bitch, I got it. And she sure did. Like, and I'm not surprised because she came from a theater background and like, acting stuff. So I was having high hopes that like, if you doing this character.
No, if you watch the episode, people, like she was doing it in the workroom, like, and was like, the queens themselves were laughing, like, and everything, and she was tapped in. Like she was tapped in from the workroom, and I was like, oh, she gonna win.
So here's the
she
thing.
Gonna win because she is tapped.
Here's the thing about Snatch Game: we get those really bad performances, but then we get these like Snatch Game legendary moments. I can't say that it was a legendary moment.
No,
but this was a really good moment for her.
It's not Judge Judy. It's not
Judy Garland.
It's not Judy Garland. Judy Garland is the best Snatch Game performance of all time. It's not Dame Maggie Smith.
Wow.
That was in addition to. Remember, Bianca did Judge Judy.
Yeah, and that's
he was
going down the list of the people who
really
like
good Snatch Game performances.
Performance in general. I know about the winners.
Yeah, no,
No.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Tyra Banks with the smizing and the bleeding eyes,
Yes.
like, oh my god.
Yeah, we
Like-
had some amazing Snatch games. I will say, and this is gonna be kind of bad. This was like on the level of Deja Sky.
Yeah, but I honestly need it better than Deja Sky, and I like that. Like
What I'm
the last-
saying is like it was the standout of the group.
Yeah, hers
In
hers was
a
the
weak
standout.
group.
I just think season 14 was way weaker. Like I
Definitely
think,
was. But what I'm saying comparatively though, because this season is a really good season, the Snatch game sucked, but it was and a lot of the girls were actually good with their characters. We just had a couple that just completely bomb out. It just wasn't as exciting. It wasn't as funny.
Yeah.
RuPaul introduced
Rose
Gay Eye.
Catherine the Great. Oh my
That's the
god.
problem too. Because she introduced Gay Eye. That pissed me off.
Yeah, you should have
Yeah.
had another drag queen
Gay
come
Eye.
in for
It was
that.
Alyssa Edwards. Mind you, Alyssa Edwards was the guest for Snatch Game this week. She came in and saw the queens
In the workroom preparing.
Yeah. And it was her and Gay Eye, which is AI.
Which was a butt plug AI.
Yeah, like Siri.
Yeah.
Or like Alexa, you know how Alexa be glowing and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but it was a big old butt plug
It was
that
weird.
glue. Yeah.
It was so uncomfortable to look at. So there was an episode, a very serious episode of Mama's Boy with my character Dante talking to the healthcare guy. And in the background, it was so distracting in the first portion of the video that halfway through it, we cut it out. And there was a big old toy sitting on the desk next to me the entire time. And it was so distracting. And watching this episode of Drag Race with this big old butt plug sitting right there that's lighting up and talking to Rue, it's kind of throwing me off.
Next to Alyssa, I know Alyssa was like, "What in the hell is this?" Like, I know she was over that. Like, y'all brought me back for this.
That was weird.
It was really weird. They could have did better for having another guest for Snatch.
They should have.
They definitely got to do better.
They blew their
Why
budget.
couldn't Quinta do it?
They blew their budget on Quinta sitting on the judging panel. She couldn't do both.
Like she couldn't do both. But
and Quinta, what the hell?
What?
Like that's what I'm saying. You couldn't do both.
Oh,
well, it probably wasn't her choice. Like I mean, that's probably like let's do Gay Eye instead, and it's like who the hell asked for that?
Well, you could have gave the discount, Quinta.
You should.
But I would say, sorry,
you're fine.
I would say, out of the previous last five seasons of Snatch Game, so going back to season 12 onwards, this is definitely a good one. It's better than season 14 and season 15.
Everything is better than season 14.
And 15.
15 was weak, but actually I would compare them to each other.
Yeah, I would say they're about the same level.
Yeah.
I will say season 12 and season 17 is good because, like, if you remember that Snatch Game, Gigi really just saved that, and they would kind of give because Jada did Cardi B, which was safe. Heidi did. She did Lonnie Love. Oh no, she did. No, she did. I forgot what she did. She did Nicole somebody, but y'all know who she did. But basically, that was like another kind of moment that was similar to Lexi, where she tried to really do the character, but wasn't really execute the character. Like she keyed on cue with the voice and didn't give up. But I think it was a lot of people within that. Aiden Zane, that's the person who went home who did really bad. I think that was a similar Snatch Game where you had those two standouts, and everyone else is just kind of just there. And I don't think that makes it a bad Snatch Game, but I think the person that stands out.
Zane made it to the Snatch.
I know, right?
That is just wow.
I mean,
Stat Boy for that ass right there.
Yeah,
but no. So that's so we can get back on track and keep on time. Iron Nerves was, I think, the best dressed as Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sherman Klump, Eddie Murphy.
Well, yeah, and she actually did a character. Granted, Trinity did do the devil and won, but no, that was a two different Snatch Games, so she won for both characters. Because I also feel I like if everyone in Queens in person an actual character. Make Snatch Game fun. Bigfoot was a fun character to do, but it wouldn't have felt right if Jules won when she did a made up character to me for Snatch Game, because everyone. Listen,
it don't matter.
No, look, every winner of Snatch Game so far has done an impersonation of a character, except for because Maria the Robot was different than Mariah the Robot. It was just a play off of that. But even still, I'd rather that than somebody that like nobody like really like thinks about. Like not saying nobody think about Bigfoot, but like Bigfoot's
I
a
think
fictional
that
character.
I think that
Does that make sense?
if you do good, regardless of who your character is, like if you came in there as RuPaul and you killed it, if you came in as Ross Matthews and killed it, it don't matter who it is. No matter who it is, if you do a good job, you deserve that win.
Jessica Wilde did.
Ross Matthews?
No,
no,
RuPaul.
I know. I knew
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
RuPaul.
No, I was talking about somebody who do Ross.
That was pretty much her whole name.
Oh God.
But then our runway was nailed it. Let's not go over everybody, but let's look at some highlights.
Highlight Susie too.
Yeah,
it was high fashion.
She had an Iron Maiden type style,
and it was
really
high fashion.
Good. It was really good.
Talk about Susie can't do high fashion.
I mean, she can do high fashion all the time.
Yeah, not all the time, but no drag queen does it all the time.
Right.
Not even Lux New or London. I don't care. Nope. Unless you're Simone.
Yeah, it's high fashion
all the time.
All the time.
But he said it. He said it, Simone. I did not.
So
love you. Me and Stat Boy, we love you.
The runways
I
liked was I like On Your Nerves runway. I just wish that she did not have the train and the little nail polish.
Yeah,
like that's the only thing I could say. It's one thing I wish she could took away, but it was cute. I like the aesthetic of it. I like what the reference she was doing. Her nails was really nice.
It was very I'm black and I'm black and I'm black, y'all.
Yeah, but that's her drag. And one thing I will say is I hate when the queen does come on and say they're giving their drag is like black excellence and it's nothing excellence really about it.
Vixen.
Sorry. Well, I would just say like prime example last season with Herschel Corchete. Like she gave you black auntie that tried to still keep it up with the girls, but it wasn't really like black excellence in the whole thing. Like she's with On Your Nerves there is what I thought Herschel Kirk was going to do in terms of like how she explained her. No, in terms of how she explained her drag. Like, like when she was explaining her drag and when she explained her drag and Meet the Queens.
Yeah,
you know
what
I'm saying? That's how I thought it was going to be, but it didn't get that at all.
Then,
Even just how Anya has been like a dark knight. Like you just like somebody who was not expected to like just go in the competition. Like I like that because the last 2 seasons you kind of just like knew from the first episode within Nymphia Wynn and Sasha Colby. They were like, the clear winners. But this season, I think is really, I'm sorry. But this season, I do think like you really don't know who can win. But On Your Nerves was my favorite runway of the night next to Jules.
All right. So we're gonna jump to it. So Anya wins.
Yes.
Give her second win of the season.
Yes.
Yes, Anya. Well deserved.
And then we have 2 bottom queens who ends up being Lana Jure,
yes,
and Crystal Envy. I don't agree with this, but I'm not RuPaul.
Yeah, whatever. RuPaul is smoking.
RuPaul knew what she was doing.
No,
they're smoking something. Lana, you ate that lip sync up.
You blind?
Yeah, you blind.
I don't got my glasses on, but I'm not blind. I've really seen. So
no,
I'm a video analyst. I can touch all the details.
So
no,
Crystal and Lana lip sync to
Hands to Myself.
Keep My Hands to Myself. Selena Gomez. Love Selena Gomez. This is one of my favorite songs by her, but whatever.
Really?
It's not.
Oh, I just say it was your favorite song. I'm about to say it's not mine either.
No, it's
all right, cool.
It's not. But needless to say, Lana won. Beg to differ.
All right, so
Crystal Envy.
I want to say this, and we don't even have a whole lot of time. The reason why I don't like this is because one, the beginning of the lip sync, Lana didn't have the lyrics. Then her wig falls off. She puts it back on. That don't save you. It should never fall off in the first place.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, because there's been plenty of queens whose wigs fell off and then they put it back on.
Right.
Whether it was in character into the lip sync or not into the lip sync, they went.
Oh, you're not being fair.
Drag. Yes,
no. Listen here. You're not being fair. You're being biased right now.
I'm not being biased
because you like her. Because if you're being real, you could pick up. Like you talk about, you pay attention to everything. That was a strike against
precedent.
No,
that's a strike against her. Why did she get a pass?
I don't think. And I said this to you before. I think Maya changed the game last year with how she had her lip sync style, even just to the point where she did like had the whole rose petal like wig thing and did the whole thing without a wig.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, no, I thought she should have went home then too, but she didn't.
But she did it. But I feel like she broke the curse, and I feel like it's not about not having.
I wouldn't call it a curse.
It is because a lot of queens have went home when they wigs.
RuPaul huffing on that fracking gas.
No, right. I think RuPaul
has right in her closet.
I think RuPaul has a change.
Allegedly.
In terms of like how these queens come this time around, and even just like when it comes to the lip syncing, the song, and the stuff that they do. Like, granted, I'm not saying queens should come out there and snatch their hairs off and want to have their like wigs fall off.
Kick their shoes off
and accidents happen in a lip sync performance, and I feel like the moment you keep going, to me, because I even see a lot of like local drag performers do the same thing. That's what's going to keep me excited, and it's no shade. I've been to a lot of drag bars where like queens have messed up, whether they slipped and fell, hair fall off, and the crowd will go up. So let's be real. If this was a local performance and Lana did the same thing, y'all would still live because it's how you pick it.
It's a competition, though.
I don't think that matters. It does. When it comes to lip sync, like in the sense of like for the lip sync, you're still.
If you're on stage at a local bar, you're just performing for your guests. You don't have someone next to you competing for you, trying to distract and use everything that they can to give them the advantage against you. Okay, it's a competition.
That's just my opinion, and I'm just saying.
At the end of your lip sync at a bar,
opinion.
Nobody's going to say at a bar. Nobody's going to say it's just sashay away.
Yeah, I'm saying in the context.
Somebody could, but it don't mean
nothing though.
Because you give me an idea. We're about to go to the bar and just be like
sashay away. I'm down.
Yes,
I'm down.
All right. But yeah, top three. My
Lana wins. Crystal goes home.
Yes. Lana wins. Crystal goes home. Sashay's away. Unfortunately. So my bottom three right now in the race, the three races that I feel is not running the best race. At the bottom is going to be Lana Jarre. Is down at my bottom. Then I have Lydia B. Collins at the next one. Then I have Acacia Forgot at my third worst right now.
All right. I have Lana. I have Corey. And I have Lexi.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I have Lana, Lydia, Lana, Corey, Lydia. That's my Lana, Corey, Lydia. Okay, because Acacia, she's actually running a better race than Lydia, in my opinion, and a better race than Corey. So, yeah, and Lana right now. So, yeah, Lana, Corey, Lydia. Yeah.
I don't have a bottom three. I'm not putting that negativity out there. I think all the girls all deserve to be where they are at. We don't do those places over here. I can say my top three though. My top three.
Well, we do top four because they're taking 4 to the finals. So it's top
are
4.
They?
Yes.
Are you saying because you know the spoilers?
Yes.
Top 4.
They really didn't like you last season.
Top 4. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. They didn't like you. So.
Oh my god! But
and if I was cute, I'd be pissing the bitch.
Especially if the season before you had top 4 and this season has a top 4 and then your season had a top 3.
Yeah, like
that's wild.
Conspiracy.
What?
Rigor Morris.
Anya Nurse, Sam Star, Lexi Love, and Hormona Lisa. So no, but honestly, Ariete. I want Ariete to be the diabetic of the season where she did go home, she came back and she really started soaring and succeeding throughout the competition.
Top.
Number 1, Anya Nerve. Number 2, Jules Sparkles. Number 3, Sam Star. Number 4, Susie 2.
Anya, Ariete, Susie, and Jules.
Jules give me
and I can't necessarily put them in order.
I like Sam
I can't necessarily put them in
Jules give me morphine. She's just gonna be here to like top 5 and then like ooh.
I love Sam Star. I don't know.
And I can see that. I don't know.
But I like that because a lot of girls who are like in that 5th place position, they are really good queens. Like they really like we're almost there and did not get there. Except for Berry. So on her season though.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if we're being on their seasons, no, like Derry should not have made it that far, like in her season, like at all.
But next week is the Rusical, and they're going to be doing the Wicked of Oz. What they call it?
It's
Wiz?
the Wicked.
The Wicked Wiz.
The Wicked Wiz.
Oh, the Wicked Wiz. Okay.
So that is going to brings up the Wiz and Wicked together.
Yeah.
Which is cute. I'm actually excited to see that.
Yeah.
I hope Anya destroys.
I'm expecting that she will. Susie, this should be your redemption. Make sure that it is.
Well, we're not that far yet. But
but no, this is definitely an opportunity for Susie to make her redemption moment.
Yes.
This is a great opportunity for Susie too for this one. So I mean, honestly, I'm looking at Susie and Anya right now. Like those two are giving us the best race.
Unless they pull some
the most consistent.
The most consistent.
They
They have been the most consistent racers thus far is Anya and Susie too.
Yeah.
So yeah, because Lexi has fallen off. She came out of the gate strong, but has fallen off. So yeah.
And that tarp dress was a mess.
It was a tarp. It was a tarp.
And like
it was a tarp.
So more like I'm thinking like, oh, it's gonna be a tarp and this and the third. It was literally a tarp that she.
Yeah, you could have, and she could have did more, like made it a globe and then been like, I'm wearing the world, and
that would have been so hot or something. And I felt like she was trying to do that. I think she was saying it was supposed to be like the water, like how it got polluted and stuff. I'm just like, girl, no, you look polluted, and I'm mad that you even sat out here and made a big thing about this to come out here this one way like that. I would have loved it if you came down and it was stunning. It's like, oh damn, girl, I get why you was upset. Not saying she had to be upset, but like to do all that. And it was just very safe. Let's like Lexi. And I hate that edit make you think that she was about to be in the bottom for it when it was just safe anyway.
Well, we got the Rusical next, y'all. I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited. It has been real. Thank y'all for being so patient with us as we went through life and was away for a while. All right. But we are back. We'll be back next week. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming. God bless you and good night.
Good night.